pure science research with no immediate commercial or technological application is a public good. So pure science is a public good. Cool. Such research requires or needs a great amount of financial support and does not yield profits in the short term. Since private corporations will not undertake to support activities that do not yield short-term profits, a society that wants to reap the benefits of pure science ought to use public funds to support such research. All right, Giovanna, what's our conclusion here?
You would ask that.
Of course I would ask that.
Because a society that wants to reap benefits of pure science ought to use public funds to support such research. You got that look, sis. No, Giovanna, that's not it.
No, absolutely. No, sorry. I was getting ready to ask my next question. A society that wants to reap the benefits? Yes. Okay,
cool.
Excellent. And
Mona, you make me laugh.
What?
Mona makes me laugh.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm like, yeah. The claim about private corporations. So we have to go find the claim about private corporations. And we want to ask ourselves, so Elka, this is for you about what we want to do here. What is the relationship between that claim to the conclusion? It's always in relationship. Like, what is the role of it to the conclusion? And so we want to make a loose prediction here.
The claim about private. It supports the conclusion.
Yeah, it's a premise. Excellent. And so now we can go into our answer choices and go ahead and put your answers in the chat. So here we say, so A is really easy to cross off, or like it's not the main conclusion. We can cross that off so quickly. B says it explains what is meant by the expression pure research. No. What would the question have to be asking us about for B to be the correct answer, Aaliyah?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What would, like, if B were the correct answer, what would this question, what part of the argument would the question have to be asking us about? Deep level question. Does anybody else, Amani, do you know?
Not really. I was just thinking to myself too. I don't know. They would maybe ask about the pure research, pure science.
Yeah, right here. Where it would be asking us about this part right here, right? Because it explains what is meant. That's what those double hyphens mean. Aaliyah, you're like, I'm sweating. Don't ask me questions like that. Don't feel like, no, I ask deeper questions like that just to get more out of each question. You're totally fine. All right, so C says it distracts attention from the point at issue by introducing a different but related goal. Does it come in to explain a different goal at all? No, so that's a very bad answer. Like we would have to have a different goal. This would have to say like, instead, like it requires a great amount of financial support. I feel like for C to be correct, it'd have to be like, we don't just have to care about financial support, but we also need to care about this other thing over. Our goal should be this other thing over here or something, which we don't do. So we can cross C off. And then a lot of us had narrowed it down to D and E. And so, Aaliyah, so why did you not like E?
Because, I mean, our answer was something that supports the conclusion, and illustrating a case did not fit into what I was looking for.
So I agree. I don't love the use of illustrate here, but sometimes I do end up picking illustrate, even though I don't love the word, because an illustration does fall into an example. It's more of a picture, but even if we would put principle in there, like it's a premise of a case where unfortunate consequences come from a failure to accept the recommendation offered. Do we talk about, like, are these unfortunate consequences from us not taking a recommendation? No, like we're actually saying like we're just saying that you shouldn't do something and you should go this other route.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not E. And that's why why is D our correct answer, Sabrina?
It's ruling out, like, since private corporations won't support this, to the conclusion, we're gonna have to go through public funds. So it's ruling that out to support the conclusion.
It rules out the alternative way that it rolls out is the private corporations, which in turn then supports that we have to use the public funds instead.